People meet for lots of reasons at blackpeoplemeet.com.
We decided to meet for coffee.
America's #1 dating site for black singles.
We decided to meet for a walk.
Sign up now and look for free.
We decided to meet just to meet.
To Relationship Tips with Amani Carroll. The first segment, we will be getting to know your spouse. So how have you been?
I've been good, just focusing on my schoolwork, ready for this semester to be OVER.
Understandable. So give us some background about what you've been up to lately.
Well, I've been trying to make sure I go to every single class because missing classes just gets you behind, and that's just too much extra time. I've been with my boyfriend. He does music. So we go to the studio like on the weekends in the 757, and this past weekend we went out to Mirage.
Ooh, okay.
We've been chilling.
All right, well then let's begin. Do you think sex is appropriate before marriage?
I just think it all has to do with who you are and what your beliefs are. Like, if you're a high person in Christianity and that's what you believe, then obviously not. But if you have a strong connection with a person and it happens, it happens. Like, I wouldn't. It's kind of like life. Like, that's just how the world works. Like, I don't know. I just think it just depends on how comfortable you are with your partner.
Okay. So do you think being friends with your spouse before your relationship is good?
Definitely, that's most important. Like, you have to be like cool and know how that person is like before you even want to move on with them, because if he's not a cool person, I don't want to be with you. Like, period. Like, I don't know. I'd rather be friends, be really cool first, and just chill, hang out, see how that person is before we move on.
That's good. Okay. So what is your views on divorce?
I'm I wasn't raised with both of my parents, like with my real dad and my real mom. So I don't really believe in divorce because I feel like for my family, I wanted to be together for several reasons. Like, it's just, I don't know, I just want that whole family little portray or whatever you want to call it. Since I never had it, I would want to give it to my kids.
Okay. So what would be your guidelines for marriage?
I mean, just I want to be with someone, of course, I could talk to, easy for me to talk to. I can come to you about anything. Someone I can have fun with, someone who understands me. Um, I mean, then again, every relationship is not going to be, like 100% perfect, but just someone that we can get through things if we do have problems, just someone who just, I don't know, we have to make sacrifices for each other, so just someone that's there for me, support, not too much, just the basics.
So you want a passionate guy?
Yeah, passionate, like I want him to show affection, like, just, like, regular boyfriend stuff. Like, I'm not saying he needs to buy me all this stuff. Just like, I don't know. I think feelings are more important than like materialistic things. Yeah.
Okay. So describe your typical relationship before your marriage. Before a marriage, I'm sorry.
It would just have to be like, it kind of would depends on where I am in my life and where he is in his life, what all things we have going on. But it would just be, I'm gonna of course have my own stuff regardless if I have a man or not. So I would want him to have his own stuff, of course. Us to be able to just go out, chill, hang out, and everything just depends on you and the person's chemistry. Like, things could go fast. Like, you just never know. Like, it just depends on who you're with and how you guys connect and everything.
Okay. So what is the difference between romance and love for you?
Romance doesn't necessarily have to be with your partner. Like, romance can be any guy taking you out on a date, um, going to the movies, being romantic. That's romance. I think love, that's serious. That's an everyday job. Like you can't just love someone who's taking you out. Like it has to be more behind that. You know, like romance is more like, oh, that's romantic, like something that someone does for you. But love is just like everything all in one.
Okay, okay. So, do you and your spouse have friends of the opposite sex?
Yes, but we all know each other. Like we're all friends. Like there's never a time when he's like, "Oh, I'm about to go to my homegirl house." No, nigga, I'm going too.
So you don't
Like,
believe in best friend, fake best friends,
that's
and
not.
sisters. All of a
Mm-mm,
sudden,
mm-mm,
sisters and best
mm-mm.
friends.
She better be biological. Like, it's mm-mm. I mean, like, I'm not like a crazy girlfriend, like you ain't no, like like I'm chill, but it's just stuff to a certain extent, like stuff that he knows is unacceptable, that everybody knows is unacceptable, like it's just has to be that way.
Okay. Well, that's the first segment of questions.
Used to be lonely.
Until we met on Farmers Only.
FarmersOnly.com is the new online dating site for farmers, ranchers, and good old country folks.
You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com.
City folks just don't get it.
Next segment we'll be talking about is when things begin to get serious. So, Amani, how do you know when things get serious?
Things get serious. Things don't get serious until we have that serious talk to know, so we both know we're at the same stage, like with each other, knowing where we stand to each other. That's that serious moment when that serious talk occurs. Because dates and just hanging out and everything, that's serious. But then again, you can do that with anybody until you have that talk with that person to know that you guys want to pursue the relationship. That's when things get serious, until you guys have that serious talk. I think so.
Okay. So, in a serious relationship, will you notice some things rub off on each other, and how does that make you feel?
Things, of course, are going to rub off on each other because you're going to be around that person more often. But I just feel like if I would want my negative him, I would want him to help me like get rid of my negative stuff, and I would help him get rid of his, and my good traits to rub off on him, and his good traits to rub off on me, like just to better each other. Like for example, like he tends to be like a little messy, and I'm more neater. So when he like him knowing that I'm around more often, I'm coming to the house and everything like that, he tends to pick up after himself, put the toilet seat down, don't pee on the toilet, just little stuff that he knows will irk me. He'll just try to, compromise with me.
Okay. So, do you think becoming your spouse would turn you off?
Not necessarily, because I feel like anybody who I'm with, they're gonna be a good person. So not in I wouldn't want to become them, but maybe some of the traits that they have, I would want to like grasp some of those traits and maybe like put them into my everyday life, or try to think like them, try to be rational, just kind of, I don't know. Then again, like that would be one of his things that would rub off on me like that. But I wouldn't necessarily want to become him, because everyone's their own person. Yeah, I don't want to become anybody
Okay.
but myself.
So, do you think similar benefits and values are essential?
Of course, because we have to be able to benefit each other. I'm not going to depend on him, and he sure can't depend on me because that's just not working. But I feel like we have to benefit each other, be there for each other. Not It has to be a 50-50 type of thing, not a 25-75, nothing like that.
So, you wouldn't think becoming him or religion or becoming a better you was something for you?
Well, not necessarily we have to have the same beliefs, but I will be more comfortable that way, because I don't think I will be comfortable being with someone who like is I don't know, some type of yeah, like someone who doesn't believe in God, someone like who doesn't celebrate holidays, like things like that, because I was raised that way, and that's how I plan on raising my kids, just from what I know. So it just would be different how strong they believe. Like, you know, I wouldn't have a problem, say if he's Muslim, but he doesn't have all the traits, you know, like that's just who he believes. Like, he doesn't necessarily need to bring it into the relationship, like make it like full crazy Muslim or wearing head masks and stuff. Like, that's extreme.
Okay, so should your spouse be family oriented, or how do you feel about being a family?
I 100% has to be family oriented, because we're eventually gonna have a family, so he's gonna have to be. Like, it's no other way around it. Like, I'm not saying he has to, because you never know like what people where they come from. But me having my family, I will introduce him to my family, and us eventually starting a family. I think family is just a key aspect to not help your relationship, but just, you know, like have people to support you guys, because not everybody around us makes support us for like 100%, but your family will always like be there for you. I think so.
Okay. Well, that's all for right now with tips from Amani Carroll.
I was a single mom, and I didn't know if someone would love me again.
I was diagnosed with leukemia my senior year.
I work 7 days a week, and I'm not out to meet people at bars.
I was terribly shy.
I had a busy schedule.
I was in a really long-term relationship. I had dated a guy for 3 years. Because I was a graduate student and I don't have time to really even go out and do anything, so even meeting someone at a bar is almost impossible.
Just looking for someone just to be a soulmate.
A lot of these people were hurting before they found each other. Loneliness is one of life's most severe, painful spots.
A friend of mine told me, you know, just go on eHarmony.
And my dad actually wanted me to start meeting new people and stuff, and he put me on eHarmony.
So yeah, I was real hesitant to do eHarmony. One of my dear friends met her husband on eHarmony.
Well, I was referred to eHarmony by my sister urging me to try it out.
She actually one day while at her house set up my account for me.
They had looked and looked and looked everywhere they knew to look. They'd been on many sites, and when they found each other, they just had such a deep spirit of joy.
I saw him start walking towards my car. I was like, oh, he's here. And I'm like, I gotta go.
For the dating process, I think I really knew that Anthony was the one for me when we were on our third date at the rodeo. He took me to the rodeo.
I think my max range was like 30 miles for matches, and she was like 29.5 miles away from where I lived at the time, so it was a close call.
He almost missed out.
As soon as we started talking on the phone, I just knew with my heart that he was the one.
And I just saw him in his Wrangler jeans and his cowboy hat, and I just said, giddy up. I mean, I thought it was so sexy.
And as soon as she walked out, I literally lost my breath. I was like,
well, I knew right away.
I was sitting on the couch waiting for him. He was running late, and I don't know what it was, just something in my mind came across that I want to marry this guy. Like, this is the guy.
I said I was only on there 14 days. 14 days when I found the man of my life.
We just get along so well, and where I have a deficit, he has a strength. Where we click is what we want in life.
I love the idea that we have had an opportunity to have front row seats in watching loneliness dispelled.
I mean, you are my best friend, baby. And I know I'm a pain in your ass. You're everything I could ever hope for. My parents love you, my family loves you, and I can't wait to marry you and have kids with you.
And you've been my best friend and helped me through some hard times.
It's my forever, my lifetime, my eternity.
I
completes me. Is that,
There you go. Me too, baby.
Can't wait till we get married.
Me too, me too.
Start life together.
I couldn't have pictured a better man for myself.
But you love me for me and never even thought twice about it.
If there's anything that eHarmony could do, it would be to bring the whole world together.
The final segment with Amani and Carol talking about when you're having doubts. So how do you feel when you know you're losing feelings?
I become distant and I don't act the same. Like the person will be able to tell. I would just start acting different. Things just wouldn't be the same. I wouldn't be as friendly. You just get a feeling and you can't help it but to feel that way.
So will trust completely end your relationship?
No, yes and no, because trust isn't you don't gain a person's trust overnight. So being in a relationship, you have to build that. Like you just have to build it. So I don't know, but if we're at the point where we know this is us, this is what we're gonna do, we're strongly standing behind it, like we know that we want to be with each other, and you go and cheat on me or break my trust, anything of that sort, I'm gonna have a problem with that, and that's when things will be cut off. Like I can't tolerate cheating, like, cause that's cheating, lying, sneakiness, that's everything. Like it just makes you think of so much and it makes you become insecure, like with your relationship, like it just changes so much. Like things just will never be the same again, I feel like.
Exactly. So do you believe in having a soulmate?
Yes, I do. I do believe in having a soulmate, that special someone who you just feel completes you. Like you just, I don't know, you feel happy around them, you feel comfortable around them, you could be yourself around them, like you don't have nothing to hide, like it's just all good, like it's just like, oh yeah, I love him, like it's regular, you could go anywhere together, do anything in front of each other, just be happy with who you're with.
So would you end things if he's not your soulmate?
Well, not my soulmate. I feel like I don't know that until that time comes. Like we just have to take it as far as it goes, and if we get to that point, then we get to that point. If we never get to that point, that wasn't who my soulmate was. Like it's not like I know, oh, this is my soulmate. You don't know that. Like someone who I think is my soulmate could be the bat from hell. Like for all I know, like I don't know who he is until it actually is my soulmate.
Okay. So what is a relationship deal breaker for you?
Cheating, lying, and sneakiness. Because I feel like if you have to do any of that, then there's no point of me being with you. Like you just be by yourself. Like I don't know. I just feel we should be able to tell each other, be honest. There should be nothing to lie about.
So honesty is a big thing.
Yeah, honesty is a big thing because especially when things are starting out. Like if you lie about petty stuff, when like I know you're lying, but you're lying about petty stuff, that's irritating. Like why? Why are you lying about something so petty? Or if I know the answer or something and I know you're lying, it's just like why are you lying? For what? For what? Like just tell me the truth. Like even if I'm gonna be mad, I have a problem with doing that, and sometimes it makes my boyfriend like a little mad because I feel like he would want me to lie, you know. But like it's just like for what? Like you're gonna eventually end up finding out anyway. Like regardless, it's gonna come up. Like something is gonna happen. Like for you to find out.
What's done in the dark always comes to light.
Right.
All right, well, that's the last segment with Amani Carroll.
Tuning in, guys, and watching questions about relationships with me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.
Hey, baby.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing much. Just wanted to talk to the most beautiful girl in the world, that's all.
That's sweet.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's just nice to know that I'm the only man in your world. I am the only man in your world, right? Baby?
Switch to the network with the fewest dropped calls. Singular.
Baby, is it Earl?
Singular. Raising the bar.
Cat got your tongue? Earl got your tongue?